Good morning, students. Welcome to Google Classroom Learning of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. Myself, Rakhi Radhakrishnan, and I am your chemistry faculty. So, on the last class, we discussed about the matter and its classification. Today, we are going to move to the next topic, which is the solution. There are different types of solution: colloidal solution, suspended solution, saturated solution, unsaturated solution, aqueous solution, and non-aqueous solution. So let's detailedly study this topic.
Good morning, students. So, we are moving to the second chapter is matter around us pure. We already discussed about the classification of matter, mixtures as well as pure substance. So, moving to the next topic which is solution. You all are familiar with the term solution. Solution means it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. For example, solution of sugar and water. Water is considered here as a solvent and sugar as solute. So the substance present in lesser quantity is solute and the substance present in larger quantity is solvent. So in sugar solution, water is present in larger quantity, so it is considered as solvent, and sugar present in lesser quantity, so it is considered as solute. There are various kinds of solution. Aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means the solution that contain water as solvent. Non-aqueous solution means solution that have substance other than water as solvent. That is non-aqueous solution, which means not water as the solvent, other substance act as the solvent. Saturated solution. So it is a solution in which no further solute can be dissolved at a given temperature, which means there is no more solute should be added which can be dissolved at a particular temperature is saturated solution. And unsaturated solution, we can add more solute to dissolve, that is unsaturated solution. So there are mainly four types of solution: aqueous solution, non-aqueous solution, saturated solution, unsaturated solution. Solubility. Solubility means the maximum amount of a solute which can be dissolved in 100 gram of a solvent at a specified temperature. So, if we take 100 gram of solvent and we add maximum amount solute to it to completely dissolve at a specified temperature, then that is known as the solubility. Okay, so should be a particular temperature where maximum amount of solute is added to 100 gram of solvent. So this process is known as solubility. We can calculate the concentration of solution by various methods, which means the solution concentration is calculated by various methods. First method is mass percentage. Mass percentage is calculated by the equation mass of the solute divided by mass of solution into 100. Solution mass means the solute plus solvent mass. Okay. So this is the first way to calculate the concentration of solution, that is mass percentage method. Second method is volume percentage method. Volume percentage method can be calculated by using the equation volume of solute divided by volume of solution into 100. So, we can calculate the concentration of solution by using these two methods, mass percentage and volume percentage. So, generally we can say that solution is a homogeneous mixture of substance with different in composition, and the substance present in major proportion, which means larger quantity, is solvent, whereas the substance present in minor proportion, which means lesser quantity, is solute. Okay. There are various kinds of solution: solid solution, liquid solution, and gaseous solution. Now we discuss about characteristics of solution. So the first characteristics of a solution is, a solution means something that is dissolved in a substance, isn't it? So it means that there are some partially ionized solid you place in water that dissociate, which make the solution a good solution. Okay. For example, if you put some regular table salt in a glass and stir it well, what happens? The salt completely dissolve. Salt will not disappear. It's because the salt contains sodium ion and chloride ion separate. Because so it hide under these water molecule. So that's why it get disappear. So the first property of solution is homogeneous mixture, and the particle of the solution should be smaller than 1 nanometer in diameter. So we cannot see them through naked eye. Then second property is it does not scatter the light through the solution. And we cannot separate the solute particle by the process of filtration. And fourth property is, since the solvent is present in larger quantity, and so the solute may be hidden down. So we cannot separate by using any physical property method. So these are the properties of solution. We cannot see the particle of solution through naked eye, and solution does not scatter beam of light passing through the solution because solution have smaller particle in size. Okay, so what is the components of solution? Solvent and solute. The major component is solvent, minor component is solute. So greater proportion it is found as solvent, lesser proportion as solute. And it is considered, solvent is also known as dispersed phase, and this is dispersed solute. Solution may not be the same state of matter as solute. Solution will be the same state of matter as solute. Okay. So these are the characteristics of differentiate solute and solvent. Another solution is suspension. Suspension is considered as an heterogeneous fluid which contains solid particles that are largely informed. And these suspended particles have the particle size 1 micrometer. Okay. For example, when sand is put in water, what happens? And if we observe through the microscope, the sand will settle after some time and get undisturbed, isn't it? So suspension is considered as the heterogeneous fluid. Another suspension can be seen by naked eye. For example, milk, tea, paint. These are examples of suspension. And it scatters the beam of light, and the solute particle gets settled down when the suspension is left undisturbed, which means if the solution is get undisturbed, the solute particle gets settled down. So these are the properties of suspension. Next one is colloids. Colloid is also a type of mixture. And colloid contains two kinds of phase, dispersed phase and dispersed medium. Okay. And this colloid scatters the light particles. That property is Tyndall effect. Okay. And colloids may be opaque or have slight tint color. There are various kinds of colloids. For example, fog and smoke. That belongs to the colloid of aerosol. Whipped cream. That is foam. Emulsion. That is milk. where the dispersed phase and dispersed medium, that means solute and solvent both are liquid. Next, paint, that is a salt, liquid plus solid. Solid form, that's example is marshmallow, solid plus gas. Solid emulsion, which is cheese, that is solid plus liquid. Then solid salt, that is two types of salt, that is pearl. So these are the different types of colloids. So what are the properties of colloids? It can scatter the light. First property, if it is a true solution and it is a heterogeneous mixture and the size of the particle of colloid is very small and it does not settle down. Suspended liquid can be settled down. This cannot be settled down. Example for this is given. There are various applications of colloids we can use in our food, medicines, natural fibers, clay models, and also the delta of sea, which is a precipitation of colloid of clay in the river water. So these are the applications of colloids. So I hope you understood the concept. The related link and the note is attached along with this video. Go through the link and also don't forget to attend the test paper. So I am ending the session. See you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.